Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to talk about the new upcoming Jeep Cherokee that's going to make its debut next year, probably in the third quarter if things go according to plan, but it will be a 2026 model year vehicle. Now what's cool about this new Cherokee is it's actually filling in a spot that was left by the last generation Cherokee between the Compass and the Grand Cherokee. So it's like a huge segment in the US, and Jeep has not had a vehicle in it, mainly because the last generation Cherokee kind of had a falling out because it was very similar in size for the interior as the Compass, the new Compass that came out in 2017, which kind of cannibalized its sales. So this new Cherokee is going to grow slightly bigger, but not too big. It's going to be probably a 5-row SUV. It's going to be based on the Wagoneer S. So basically it's going to have the Stella Large architecture underneath. It's going to be built on the same assembly line as the Wagoneer S and the new Jeep Recon. But this new vehicle is going to be totally different in the way of powertrains. So instead of Stellantis pushing basically battery electric vehicles down our throats, this new one is going to be a hybrid only for at least its launch year. So what we know is for 2026, it's going to be strictly a hybrid vehicle. And the interesting thing here is you see this picture here. This is actually the Jeep Wagoneer S Trailhawk concept. This was a very quickly shown concept during the launch, the official media launch of the Jeep Wagoneer S. And you've probably seen it in photos and stuff, but it really doesn't have a lot to in common with the production Wagoneer S. It was showing possibilities. But according to my sources, this actually has a lot more to do with the Cherokee, the upcoming Cherokee. Design-wise, we see that the front end looks totally different. It does look the same from the sides, which you'll see down lower in some other pictures that we're going to post. But the interior is a lot different too. So, anyways, I want to go through what we know about this new Cherokee and what we can expect from it. So, this is going to be just a quick video. I wanted to go through and just... The main reason why I'm bringing this up is because last week at the LA Auto Show, Antonio Filosa, who's the Jeep CEO and Chief Operating Officer for North America, he confirmed that it would be coming in 2026. And it would be basically a hybrid. So that was big news. Jeep had mentioned that the Cherokee name was coming back, but they haven't confirmed anything else. So what we know is, again, it's going to be strictly a hybrid vehicle. It's based on the Stella Large architecture. And if you see this picture here, this is a picture from Stellantis' EV Day back in 2021. EV Day was this huge presentation they talked about when they were going to launch all these new vehicles. And when they did their Stella Large platform presentation, this was a picture that was shown. And if you look, they had similar vehicles that were shown on this thing, like a silhouette of them. And this one's a Jeep. Obviously, you can see the 7-slotted grille. It's more upright than the Wagoneer S. And if you look at the bottom, it's obviously got a lower front fascia with a lot of open grille, something that the other Wagoneer S does not have. If you also look, it's got a deeper sloped rear window, or like a rear roof line compared to the Wagoneer S. Looks like it's maybe the same wheelbase, but it definitely is more like sporty looking how it comes back. Okay, and we can see that the D pillar actually, it doesn't have like that floating airfoil spoiler on the back roof, according to this silhouette. So this could change, but so far we've seen that the Recon is true. That was shown in these same images. The Charger obviously was the same. So we can kind of expect that maybe this is probably more likely the Cherokee. Also, we also know that Stellantis has been very vocal about their investments. And the investment that they announced 2 years ago was for the Dundee engine plant here in Michigan. And what they announced was they were investing money in a new turbocharged 1.6-liter inline-4 engine that was strictly for hybrid use. Okay? This engine is based on a Peugeot motor, or Peugeot architecture called, I think it's the PureTech. It's not like a super popular engine over there with enthusiasts. However, it sounds like Stellantis engineers have modified it for North American use to make it so it's going to be a really good hybrid powertrain. Okay? And that it will make its debut in the Cherokee. Now, one thing that if you read Mopar Insiders on a daily basis, I love to go through the USPTO, the United States Patent and Trademark Office, like filings. And I found a patent for a 3-speed gearbox for hybrid use. And according to my sources, that is going to be the one that is going to be on this new new Cherokee model. So we're going to have a 1.6 liter hybrid inline 4 with no turbos, and we're also going to have a 3-speed hybrid transmission. So we know that's probably more than likely about 95% sure. Also, according to our sources, the problem, like I said before, was the Compass was kind of cannibalizing the last Cherokee because of its size and with interior dimensions and stuff, and it was cheaper. However, we know that the new Cherokee is going to be slightly bigger. Rumors have said that it might be a 3-row SUV. We still don't know that for sure, but it sounds like it's definitely going to be a 5-row, and it's going to be a slightly bigger, so it's going to be a pretty big D-segment vehicle. So it should slot perfectly between the Compass and the Grand Cherokee without being cannibalized by either vehicle. So also the plans are that it will, it'll be very similar to the Wagoneer S. So if you've seen the new Wagoneer S, it's slightly smaller than the Grand Cherokee, but it's got a lot more room than what the outgoing Cherokee was. What we do know is this hybrid model, according to our sources, is saying that it will be standard 4-wheel drive. Just like the rest of the Jeep lineup, it will be standard 4-wheel drive across all models. We wish there was a front-wheel drive model, because obviously people in Florida and stuff like that don't need, in warmer climates, don't need 4-wheel drive standard. We wish there was a front-wheel drive model. It would be kind of nice to have one. But, what? You want to come up here? Walter wants to come and visit. Oh, you come out to see me? Alright. So anyways, this new Cherokee... Hi, you comfortable? This new Cherokee is going to have, according to our sources, it's going to use this very similar formula for trim models as the rest of the Jeep lineup for North America. So what we're going to see is basically a new sport model. It's going to start off as a base model, obviously. Midline Latitude model. If you're living in Canada, it'll be called the North. And it'll be a premium limited model. The weird thing is we've seen that this Wagoneer S is obviously a Trailhawk model, but the Trailhawk model, according to our sources, won't make its debut in 2026. There could be one coming, because Jeep does like to have all their vehicles as trail rated, but there won't be one for 2026 for sure, unless they introduce it later in the year. But the the Wagoneer S Trailhawk showed us a lot of what the design could look like. And if you look at the front on it, you kind of see some Wagoneer S looks to it. But it's funny when you look at the actual interior of the vehicle, it's got different switchgear, different steering wheel, different dash layout. And that's the kind of stuff that we think is going to make it into the actual Cherokee. So anyways, this is really big news coming for the Jeep brand, especially for North America. Hopefully it will boost sales in that segment that they're lacking product in. And like I said, we should see it in the third quarter of 2025 and see it in dealers by the fourth quarter. So stay tuned to Mopar Insiders. Stay tuned to the Mopar Junkie channel. Make sure to hit subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.